Good afternoon. It is 4 p.m. here in South Korea. I am Arirang News AI anchor, Ari. President Yoon Suk-yeol and Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte have agreed to build a semiconductor alliance and new strategic dialogue channels amid the completion of global security and economic challenges. This came from a meeting between the two on Wednesday during Yoon's state visit to the country. The two leaders emphasized their shared values of liberal democracy and rule of law as the basis of their future partnership. During the U.S. Fed's last meeting of this year, policymakers decided to maintain interest rates for the third consecutive time. With the Fed's latest move, the benchmark interest rates in the U.S. now stand in the range of 5.25% to 5.5%, marking a 22-year high. The interest rate is expected to tick down to 4.6% next year, hinting that the Fed may cut the rate by a quarter of a percentage point 3 times in 2024. South Korea's automobile exports this year have hit a record high for the January to November period, according to the Trade Ministry. Amid greater demand for eco-friendly cars, the value of exports reached $64.5 billion. In November alone, the value of exports saw the highest monthly figure ever, reaching $6.53 billion, which is some $30 million more than the previous record set in March. Israel says it will continue its war in Gaza, despite an international call to bring an end to the armed conflict that has killed thousands of civilians. The UN General Assembly overwhelmingly passed a non-binding resolution calling for a ceasefire in Gaza earlier this week. However, Israeli Foreign Minister Eli Cohen said Wednesday that Israel will continue its war in Gaza with or without international support. The artificial intelligence software ChatGPT has been named by the journal Nature on its list of 10 people who have helped shape science in 2023, according to the journal on Thursday. This is the first time a tool rather than a person has been selected. Although ChatGPT is not a human, Nature recognized its contribution to the potential advancement and progress of science, but also warned of its risks. Countries have struck a UN climate deal, calling for transition away from fossil fuels. At the COP28 climate summit in Dubai on Wednesday, representatives from almost 200 nations agreed to reduce global consumption of fossil fuels to avoid the worst climate catastrophe. The agreement, which comes after 2 weeks of hard-fought debates, is the first of its kind to have language on fossil fuels. That is all for today. Thanks for watching.